All right, 6:03. We'll call the meeting to order and start with the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we'll go around and introduce. I am Connor Dean, Vice Chair, stepping in for Charlie tonight. Am I right?
Katie Lang, Commissioner.
Kevin Gosselin, Commissioner.
Mark Barnhart, staff person.
Nicole Kester, resident.
Lynn Moore, artist.
New Human Secretary. Nice to meet you.
Kristen Bagley, artist.
Great. And oh, you're on mute, Sam.
And Sam Goldstein. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you.
All right. We have our March minutes in front of us. If everybody had a chance to review, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Thank you, Christine.
Yes, I would like to say thank you to Christine officially because she did them in my absence, and I'm very grateful.
Great. A second. Great. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Unanimous. All right. Moving on to our next agenda item, to hear, consider, and act upon a proposal to establish a local walls pilot program.
Just briefly, you all know Kristen Bagley. She was at our last meeting and presented a number of ideas, one of which was to establish a local walls pilot. We've since met, and I think it has great promise, and Kristen's agreed to work with me. So without further ado, I'll introduce Kristen, tell you a little bit more about herself as well as the project, and then ask for your support.
Yeah, so I'm Kristen. I live here in Fairfield. And professionally, I do a lot of work around helping smaller businesses scale and founder-led businesses specifically. So it's been a passion of mine along with art. And I came up with this program that will connect local artists to local businesses and essentially place artwork within the business, generating organic marketing for both, foot traffic for both, visibility for both. So everyone's going to benefit, including Fairfield, which will, hopefully establish itself as a cultural hub.
So Kristen's agreed to kind of help me work with and identify artists and develop a little contract, if you will, and then I'll help identify businesses that are interested in the program. We've already had some conversations with businesses. And so the idea is to try to get 6 to 8 locations initially, and then assuming that it's a positive, favorable response, we would try to grow beyond that. So just looking for, the okay from you guys to say we may proceed.
I'm just curious, what's the financial obligation? Or did the artists get paid, or is it more about exposure?
So for the pilot, they across the board, they'll have the opportunity to sell directly to the public. For the pilot, there will be no fees for the business or the artist. There'll be no commissions, et cetera. They'll keep all the profit. Going forward, I think it'll be a split between the artist, the business, and the commission.
I'm sorry, I that with they are, I gotta kind of.
So for the pilot.
Let's go with business owner and artist, just so I can follow you.
So for the pilot, there will be no fees.
I do that.
I think he went into the wrong meeting.
Let me.
I have the meeting ID from the agenda, from today's agenda.
It's okay. I know. But that's real time.
No, he's Ronique is wrong. They're in the right meeting.
They are in the right meeting.
Love it. They just rotate.
This is what we're supposed to have in here.
395.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're in the right meeting.
All right, here.
I think we're in the wrong meeting.
Yeah.
All right. So whatever. So leave this.
Okay.
Now you can.
Sam, you can hear us now? Great.
Can't hear you, but yes.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Without the feedback loop.
All right.
Thank you.
Lynn, why don't you pick back up with your question?
Yeah, I was just, you presented it really quickly, and I was just trying to follow what you were saying of who does what, where, why, when. The pilot, I get, is gonna be different than that, but can you just give it one more time? Sorry.
So it's free for the business. The artist will, during the pilot, will get 100% if they sell it. Going forward, if the artist sells, the business will get like maybe 10%, but it'll still be free for the business. The artist will get the majority of the profit, and hopefully the commission will get a piece of it too. Does that make sense?
I have
No,
like.
not really, but,
So anyway, we're not going there right now. We're just trying to demonstrate proof of concept, and there's sufficient interest both from the artist as well as businesses. So at the moment, we're just trying to identify artists who'd like to participate in this as well as businesses. The idea is it's free for the business. There's no cost other than the artist will likely have to do help with the installation or do the installation of the artwork in the business. And also, they're going to have to provide some liability waiver of some sort because business is not going to take responsibility for something should happen to the art. That's going to have to be understood up front. So that's part of what.
I guess my question is, how is this different from Art in the Windows, a program they've done?
I don't know if it's any different than that.
Well, that's what I think.
Heard of that program?
I would just like to offer that it did happen before.
Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah, in Fairfield.
Well,
yes.
not through the Arts Commission.
No, not in the most recent version of us. Yeah, I agree. But I'm just
It's
thinking
been like
that,
10 years or something plus that, because I've been here for 20 and it hasn't been around since then.
So starting it up again is awesome.
Well,
I mean,
talking
maybe I
to
can
Kristen-
learn
Yeah,
what
yeah,
made
yeah.
it fail, right?
yeah, or what makes it work in other towns. Because the reason I'm bringing this up is New Canaan has a fabulous thing, and they've worked out all the details, which might make either your phase one
That's
or
exactly,
beta.
what we're talking about, which
Yeah.
is replicate. We're not trying to recreate the wheel. What we're trying to do is,
I'll get it.
and the nice thing about it is Kristen offered to give me a hand because I'm kind of tapped out in terms of what resources I can provide. So to get something off the ground, I really appreciate Kristen stepping up and saying, yeah, I'll work with you on that.
I just want
seemed
to
to me like-
remind everybody, I'm going to be like Charlie for a moment.
Yeah.
We do have to stick to our agenda item. Unless you're on the agenda, we'll get to public comment at the end. But just so that way, it's for Lou taking the notes and everybody hearing, it just makes it easier if we stick to the agenda for right now. So from the commissioners, do we have a motion to move this proposal as a pilot program forward?
Absolutely.
propose,
Yeah, I don't
yes.
see any downside.
Yes.
Great. All in favor?
Hi.
Okay. That was unanimous.
Sounds cool.
Thank you. All right, we're going to move on to committee updates, marketing and communications. Mark? Mary Alice does.
Mary Alice does all the work, so I don't have any real updates. I mean, we've been doing marketing around the different programs that we've got going. The Artistic Vision Challenge, certainly will, with the public art, with utility cabinets, doing something along those lines as well. So be happy to, again, one of the things I would remind everyone is we do have the Artist in the Spotlight series. And we are looking to spotlight local artists. So if you know of an artist that you would like, or you yourself as an artist and you would like to be profiled, we would be delighted to spend a little time with you and make sure that that's.
Wouldn't
put
that
into
be a great
pictures.
tie-in to what Kristen's
Could
doing?
be. Yeah.
Exactly. And for the business.
And I know there's some other people in here that are also artists. So anyway, please keep that in mind.
Great, thank you. Cultural District Advisory Board.
Sure. Hi. So, yeah, we're just trying to keep the momentum going. We're planning on a relaunch event for June 27th. That basically is Michelle here? No. That's basically in line, and Mark, correct me on anything if I'm wrong, with like an artisan fair. That would be approximately like 11 to 2, 12 to 3 kind of thing, with a 1 hour to 90-minute like music and some talks. So we're working on that. If it's not good weather, we're not going to do it, or we're going to postpone because we already did this once where we did an indoor. So this is meant to be in the gazebo. So I'm going to bring that for feedback on a.
Wait, in the gazebo or on the green?
On the green. It's
yeah, on the green.
it's tentative because I need to go to the Parks and Rec Commission tomorrow to ask for their approval.
Makes sense.
So music and talking, I'm sorry, I just didn't,
Yeah, it's gonna feature like some kind of musical performance, then a few speakers.
There'll be a program element, but
Yeah.
then we'll also have an artisan fair as well. We've had that request from local artisans to provide an opportunity for them at a fairly low cost, entry point to bring more awareness about the work. So I've been working with Michelle and others to put that together, and we thought it would be a nice tie-in to this event, which is about celebrating arts and culture in Fairfield generally, so.
Hopefully selling swag.
Yes, we do have swag, so, yeah, one of the things we did purchase some, we're gonna get the Artistic Vision Challenge, but we did purchase some thank you gifts for everyone who participated, including our mentors. We had a nice canvas tote bag, and we have some leftovers that we would wanna provide as a thank you gift to anyone who would like to donate some dollars to support the work of the Arts Commission. So our thought was, we have some hats and some T-shirts and car magnets, as well as tote bags. So at different levels, we would provide a thank you gift in acknowledgement of that. So we'd hope to do that both at this event and then tabling opportunities at the farmer's market during the summer.
So that's a great
Can
opportunity.
we post it on the, like on Instagram or something?
We definitely will post it once we have the details, but we don't want to be selling electronic, because I don't want to do fulfillment. I don't want to be
I
mailing
see.
it, so it has to be kind of in person. The person's there, and we're going to structure this kind of like the NPR thing, where you get $50, you get a T-shirt or a hat as an acknowledgement Thank
If
you.
you
gift.
want to sell some out of the studio, I could put a poster up and keep them behind my desk. And if somebody wants to buy them, I wouldn't mind selling them to them right there.
We
If
could,
that
we
is
could
something
talk
you're
about that,
interested in.
I think the launch would be at the 27th. That's our
Okay.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just lastly, we're working on like solidifying the identity of the district and visibility of a district through branding and trying to measure economic impact so we have something to show as the district evolves. And that's tied in with some of the Main Street Accelerator work that's happening with various members of the committee. That's the update.
Great, thanks, Matt. Okay, Public Art Working Group. Lou, do you have anything?
I don't, I haven't heard from John Kuhn, have
Yeah, I haven't
you?
heard
Nothing about the cows, do you know
Nothing
anything?
about the cows. I did reach out to our muralist who was interested in Crestwood Road. I need to follow up with her. I know she's attending school, so I'm not sure what her schedule looks like, but we were interested in moving ahead with that mural project on Crestwood Road, but we do need to work out the details and then get permission from DOT. So I think the next step is for her to provide kind of a concept that we can then share with DOT, and then we'd have to go through the motion of securing permission. The other thing, and I know Nicole and others are interested, we are going to be putting out a second round for utility cabinets.
Great.
So hopefully, again, we've got a couple of locations identified, not yet sponsors, but we're hoping to get that out in the next,
And what are those locations, Mark?
well, I have a few in mind. I don't want to share yet. But I have more locations than I have. Part of what drives this, I think, will be to identify either an organization or business that would like to sponsor it.
Okay.
So I've approached a few, but I haven't yet finalized anything yet.
Where do we stand on the original ones? Was it 3?
We had 3 locations identified. We have awarded 2.
Okay.
They are in production in the sense that we've authorized In-How Graphics, who produces the vinyl wrap, to go ahead. They've received the artwork. We've paid the stipend, and they're in production. And
Great.
so we'll be doing installation. And we have all of our encroachment permits from the state. So we're ready to go on 2 of the 3 locations.
Sorry, I missed last week's where this local artist came and talked about the bridge, and I would know we brought that up as an opportunity.
Yep.
It seems like if we are going to DOT and getting permission to paint that bridge, wouldn't it be proper to open it up as a call for entries as opposed to have one artist just?
Well, this was something that she had identified that happened to be next to where she lived. And so
And
There's
we
not
just-
there's
we
not a
discussed it,
contribution
yeah.
other than we're sponsoring it. So we'd have to be the sponsoring agency in terms of getting permission from the state. But I don't see an issue with our working with that individual artist for that particular location. We are trying to identify additional locations. I had one business approach me. Do need to follow up. I think Christine talked to you as well. It's a great location. I do need to make sure that as he's the tenant, not the owner, I do need to make sure the owner of the business, he says the owner is on board, but before we open. So in that instance where we have a location, but we don't have an artist identified, I do think then it makes sense to like issue a call and say, hey, we have this
We had
opportunity.
previously discussed bridges, walls, et cetera, being locations, and I just feel these are rare opportunities to do something as great as possible for the town, and not saying that Renee wouldn't be the choice, but it seems like you would want to open that up and see what other people's vision for that spot would be.
When we met with her, I was under the impression there would be a team, not just her.
Well, I don't.
Or not,
I don't think
it's
any
like
of
an
the-
open call, I
don't
think
any of
is
the details
appropriate.
have been worked out yet. So
Right.
the original thought was, and we were pursuing this, was, hey, provide more information about you and your work, as well as what your concept is. And then it could come back to this commission, as well as, I know that any artwork on any state infrastructure, they want to review the artwork.
Of course.
And to ensure that it meets their guidelines, it doesn't have any overt advertising, and they have a whole sheet of rules and regulations. So we're still a ways away. But again, the reason why we were choosing to work with this particular artist was she had identified this particular opportunity, location, based on its proximity to where she lived, and she wanted to do something there.
Where is, I can't get it, where's Crestwood Road, yeah.
It's right, it's a 995 bridge abutment.
I know, where, which?
So it's over close to where Ganham's is and Gould Manor, that area.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
So it's like the facade of the bridge as
It
you're
would be-
driving?
And again, that's part of what I need to talk to her about, because we have a general idea, but I need to provide a very specific location to DOT saying, this is the location, this is what we have in mind. So we're at the very early stages of this. And I would presume that once we get more information, we'll come back and update the commission here.
For Crestwood. So have you actually looked at it, Mark? Have you looked at this spot?
I have not looked at it in depth. I've driven past the area, but I'm not sure what she had in mind. So, the next step would be get us some more information. We prefer, I think Christine and I would like to meet out on site with her,
Which one?
and then we can
Which road?
understand exactly what we're talking about.
Is it
'Cause
the
I'll need-
underpass that if you exit Home Depot and you're going up to,
I think so.
I think so
that's how she
too, but I
described
need,
it.
I'm sorry, what, Katie?
That's how she described it.
yeah,
Okay, so it's very
I
visible.
think that is the
Yes, it's
location.
incredibly
And then, again,
visible.
there's also, how it's done, depending on location, you may have to provide some protection for the artist as
While they're
during
working.
installation while they're working. So there's a lot of details. I appreciate her interest and her passion, but I think we have to kind of.
I think that was my feeling, is that it would take a lot of effort to get the approval, and we're doing all that, and.
We haven't done anything yet.
Well, but if we do all that, and we're then, for one artist, we're not giving the opportunity for other people to participate. It feels like not
it's-
necessarily fair, or the optimal use of us trying to elevate the arts and pick what is the best piece. Anyone who's an artist and identifies and contributes. I just think that would be really important, not to be locked into one artist. We don't know what the vision is, and we would wind up using a lot of our resources and time to make that happen.
I agree, but
Fair.
from what I'm hearing from Mark, though, is that we're so early on that there would be some type of proposal that we could say, we either like it or we don't like
If we
it.
want to do murals, we have to investigate all all this together? And like, what if she comes to us and say like, I will pay for all the materials, use my
She did.
insurance?
That's
So
what-
that's also different
That's what she
than,
said
like,
initially,
us
but I don't know,
paying for
again,
it.
she's
Yeah.
relatively young. I'm not sure what.
We haven't even seen her work.
Right.
Yeah.
We
This is
haven't,
what I-
all we know is that she wants to do nature and that she would need more than herself. So I think it just needs to be developed more, like you said. Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay.
I would
And I
say
can help us.
Norwalk has done a fabulous job with outdoor murals, and they might have a game plan that we could steal.
Yep.
We'll
And
have
Bridgeport as
them call
well.
them up.
I've had extensive conversations with the city and
You need help with
their
that,
team.
make a call or whatever.
Okay. Katie, any updates on Creative Ground?
Nope, but I somewhat have a life back, so we might have more next month.
Artistic Visions Challenge.
Okay, I'd like to make a statement. I want to thank everyone that got very involved with Artistic Visions Challenge. From my perspective, which was the outside perspective, you all made it amazing, and I couldn't have asked for more. So I want to thank you for all that. And if any details, hey, Mark, up to you.
It was a beautiful night. You should be very
great.
proud.
We were sad that
Yeah, we were sad you weren't there. It was a really beautiful night.
It went very well. We have one of the awardees in this room.
Yeah, great.
So we had a great turnout. Very nice remarks from Liz Shapiro from the state of Connecticut. The video that Alex produced, we just saw an early version, both Sam and I. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it'll really do great for representing this in future years to show what's involved and get people excited about participating. So just all in all, I just want to thank Sam and Michelle for their efforts. I mean, they kind of led this from the beginning.
Right.
Thank you.
Only unfortunate Sam wasn't there in person
I know.
for the conclusion. So
I was sending him videos as
we
it
have some great
happened.
pictures and good videos. So thank you, Lynn.
Great. All right, moving along to the next mixer at the studio, Christine.
Christine, you're up.
I don't even know, I mean,
You know what you're doing?
well, I do,
Yeah.
we are planning to have it outside. We have a covered porch and room inside if it's poor weather. Probably won't, I think I have two small tents we might have out, but I would like to try to get a truck or something to come so that people could get food if they wanted to. And we could have light snacks and drinks. And,
So
yeah, we're
that's the
excited
definite
about it.
date?
It is the
Yes.
definite date.
Okay.
Yes, we're using that for
Yep.
marketing purposes. Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, there's still stuff going on at the studio, like there won't be any classes that night, I don't think, but there are members that will be working on the wheel and stuff, but I think that's kind of fun because people could go in and
Yeah.
exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah. So we're excited about it.
Awesome. Great. Any other business? Mark?
I don't have anything. We do have a cultural district advisory board meeting on Thursday for those who are able to attend. So that's at 3:00 here. I know Katie's not available. So I'll
Do you have the time
reserve the rest
frame
of
for
the
that?
time to other folks.
For the
I think
party?
He's planning 5 or
When is
6.
it normally?
So we've had it, I think the last time and I wasn't able to attend the
No,
one.
6.
Is it 5? Was
No,
it?
it's 5 to 7, that's
5
right.
to 7?
I
So we
think
can do
we've been
6 to 8.
Advertising 6 to 8.
6 to 8, I think is time.
Is that okay?
Yes. We asked, actually, I think the Center for Arts and Minds asked that it be held earlier so that some folks from Fairfield University could attend. So we moved it up to 5 to 7.
Okay.
For that
We always
event.
get
So
people
typically
asking for
6 to 8.
later because
Yeah.
they came off of the green and stuff.
Oh.
6 to 8 sounds nice.
And other business, do you want to say something about?
Make music day?
Yes.
Make music days.
Are those for us?
Sure, they can be for you, Mary Alice just printed them out, June
can print more.
21st. You know, it's a Sunday, it's Father's Day, so, you know, we're not, I mean, unfortunately, we don't have the gazebo all day because the town has their concerts and we have the farmer's market. And I thought that we wouldn't have that many people participating, but already we have 50 people signed up, so I think.
Wow,
it's-
congratulations.
Yes, but We'll see. Anyway, yeah, and it's going fine. I'm excited about it. But you guys all know about this, 2 special projects that we're going to try to execute this year. First one I brought up at the January meeting is to get some pianos, some old spinet or console pianos. And I have ways to get them, and somebody besides Mark in the meeting in January said they had an old piano they wanted to get rid of. Anybody know who that is?
The quick might,
Okay.
but I need to confirm that.
Okay. I'm looking for 3 or 4 pianos that we're going to paint and we're going to put around town sort of the week, 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, just to have sort of spontaneous music around. The second special project that we're going to do is like a choir. Love your help, Connor, but I have Helen Cheehy from the Curtin Helen Band, now the Snakeskin Boots Band. She and John from Fairfield Children's Choir are collaborating, and we're going to do Imagine by John Lennon, and we're hoping to just get hundreds of people on the green at 3:30 for a 20-minute, all come together and sing Imagine, which I think will promote it. Helen is totally on board, and I have another choir, Harmony on the Sound. I'm hoping to get the Cukes there, maybe anybody. It's for everybody, but the public obviously is invited, but I kind of want plants there to make the sound even more impactful.
It's one way of saying it.
So those are the 2 projects that I think will make this year a little distinct. And other than that, we'll start with yoga on the beach at 8:00 in the morning, and then a sound bath, and then music all day around town. I got to talk to you, Matt. And, it should be a fun day.
All right, moving along. Anything from the public?
I have a question about sustainability. Did I miss that? I thought it was on tonight's. They were looking for artists.
May 2nd, yeah. And we just provided a notice that you should reserve the space with the Sustainable Committee because they're actually running Earth Day. It's at the YMCA on May 2nd. But if you reach out to the committee, I'll get you the contact.
What's that for? I'm sorry. I'm not.
Birthday.
So they at the last meeting, the Sustainable Fairfield Committee has always sponsored Earth Day. This year's Earth Day celebration is on May 2nd at the YMCA.
Yeah.
He had approached me and asked, would there be any interest in local artists to exhibit their work as part of Earth Day? And I said, is there a connection to the theme? And he said, well, ideally, somebody who has that as their theme, like conservation, Earth Day, recycling, or they're using that in their art.
Yeah.
And so I will.
Too bad it's kind of last minute for me. I'm actually out of town, but I have a lot of recycling in my work.
I will
it.
share it with this whole group again, but we did put it in the newsletter. But yeah, it's through the Earth Day Sustainable Fairfield Committee that's actually reserving a spot. There's no fee, and I asked whether you could sell your work, and he was not sure because they're hosting, the YMCA is hosting it, but he said you can make those arrangements privately with somebody who expresses interest. So they're not asking for anything beyond that. So it's just an opportunity to provide some awareness.
So if I were to imagine that, is it one table for multiple artists, or each artist would have your own table?
You'd have your own space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd have to work it.
Which I think is why you probably need to make sure you reserve that with them so that they have a spot allocated for you.
Can I ask a question of you, Kristen, since I wasn't here at the last meeting? The way you're going to source artists is through Mark and our listings, is that it? Or do you have?
All of those.
Yeah, all of the above. And actually, you mentioned the spotlight artist. So I tried to research it. I think your link is dead. So
The link is bad?
yeah, like I couldn't see the application. I couldn't get to a place where like listed people who have been spotlighted. So you might want to look at that. But so it'll be, hopefully we'll get introductions. I think we all know artists, right? I created like a interest form that artists can fill out and businesses can fill out so we can see like how many people are interested. I don't think it'll be hard.
Okay.
I think it's key, I don't know how you're doing this, but I'm sure you're, have an idea. I did the New Canaan one last summer, spring, and they were able to like figure out how to pair you with appropriate for your artwork for the appropriate place. So that's kind of like a key thing, you know, what restaurant what is their style and what artist would go in there. That kind of thing is kind of
Really,
important.
that's what I envision, kind of like Make Music Day as a matchmaker. We're
Yes,
would have
like
a reservoir of artists that were interested, and then a reservoir of businesses.
right, so that it could be like paired properly.
Yeah.
That is
But
important.
that's interesting because you're not a New Canaan resident, are you?
No, you were able to enter, anyone could
Our
enter
list is
that.
limited to Fairfield residents.
Well, we want
I
to
think
provide
that's
priority
great.
or
Yeah,
preference
that's
to
great.
Fairfield-based artists.
We'd never had those opportunities, and that's why this is so great. So we would seek out other avenues.
Anyway, I
Their
think
paperwork is very good, though. So I would be happy to dig mine up. I didn't do it,
New
but
Canaan or,
yeah, New Canaan's paperwork,
Yeah,
like there was agreements you were talking about, the liabilities and all that.
that's what, yeah.
I was
that's
gonna
where we're
comment
at.
though, I think that Kristen's idea from what we spoke about, and I wasn't at the meeting, it's kind of a little bit different because the New Canaan things and things that they do, it's more like an event. It's kind of like, it's just this time of year. She seems to be doing it more like pairing us like all year round. Like you would be in the restaurant for the Christmas season and,
For
you know,
some finite period.
it's, right, but it's not just like an event of like walking through the, you know, thing,
So-
which I think is great. Because how many times do I go in a restaurant or a store and say, oh my gosh, you know, someone I know's piece would look so good right there, and why wouldn't they have it there?
Or
Just for-
opposite, I asked if they have the artist information and like get a card.
Yes, right.
So I would say that
It might give you a
I've had businesses
In their Instagram.
express interest in doing
Instagram.
this.
Right.
So that's why I think it does.
Just
No,
I
it's great.
just want to remind everybody again, we have to have one conversation at a
Yeah,
time.
sorry.
It gets too
I
confusing.
did say public,
I just wanted to clarify that I don't think she's talking about like a walk through the art like they do in different towns. It's more like a year-long, like a constant thing.
It would be in the business for a period of time.
Right.
We haven't determined what that term is,
Right.
but then we would.
But like all the time, like shifting, and yeah.
Hopefully we would grow from 6 to other.
Yes, we're starting it very small, so,
Yes.
and yes, ideally it's only Fairfield residents.
Yes.
And then like, you know, as we scale,
Yeah,
we run out of
that's
artists. Yeah.
And what we know that other communities have done something very similar or
Right.
something exactly like this. So we want to replicate or borrow those forms. We also want to kind of start initially small, understanding that we don't know everything at this point. So we're going to discover things that are challenges both from the artists
Of
as well as
course.
the business as we go, and then have to adjust. So
Yes, and ideally the first set of artists are people we know, right? Who, if liability is an issue, we know they're not gonna press us, right? So if anybody knows any, let me know. Or I'm just gonna like make 5 things.
Do you have anything like that I could hang in my studio?
Oh, I can make something.
Yeah.
I made like a dummy of it if you guys wanted to like approve it.
I also think it's helpful if we did have a list of the places that are willing to take our art so that we can say, oh, I would be great in that spot.
So it's like chicken or the egg, right? So when I made the interest form for both the artist and the business, there's a question that says like, for the business, like, what would you be interested in? For the artist, it's like, what are you providing?
Yes.
So like, hopefully we can do like, we can match them that way.
Right.
Again, this is very small at first,
Yeah.
so we'll like,
But you know what I mean, just so people can
Yeah.
coordinate with,
yeah, because you don't want, like, your artwork wouldn't
go in a
in,
certain
like,
place.
I don't know, like Abolino's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't name any restaurant right now.
Exactly, though.
why you pick one that was closed?
Great, anything else from public comment?
Wait, I'm gonna ask, program team handles placement?
And this is a draft,
Okay.
okay?
That was a
With a
question I had,
hammer,
'cause I
with
don't
a
have-
hammer, like.
If you are an artist, you either need to volunteer to install and remove. And if you can't, because, you know, we're all busy, you have to volunteer for the, like, in the commission in some other capacity. To take stuff off Mark's
I
plate.
have a feeling, yeah, what we'll find is, and I'm sure that some of the other communities have done something like this, have worked through this, but we don't have a team that's going to be doing the install. We went through that, thank you, These guys were part of the install,
sounds better.
the Artistic
Yeah.
Vision Challenge, and also the disassembly, but we can't mobilize that for this type of program.
But team sounds a lot better than just Red
Doesn't
and me.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I use that all the time. It's a team of me and Mary Alice.
Yeah, the collective we.
All right. Let's take a motion to adjourn. 6:38. Christine, second. Kevin, all in favor? Aye. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
and
you.
I'll
See you
see you
soon.
next time. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.